everyone, and welcome to part 4 of our Lady in the Moonlight series. Just following last episode, my grandfather did die, so now I am the Lady Paramount of Moonshire. Kind of our situation is we're 9 years old. We basically have to learn how to rule the realm. Also, Lord Kyle Hopkins is actually our regent, and he is not the greatest of characters to be in this position. So that is one thing that we have to watch. Just taking a look at our power sharing window here. He is self-interested, and he is swinging the scales of power. I think he's currently he's almost to level 2, so we do have to watch him and just make sure that he's not, doing anything that he's not supposed to be doing. Kind of wanted to take a look at Ryella's court and kind of look at the characters and, basically see who we have working for us. First up on the list is Ella Lannister here. She is in my prison, and she also has claims to the High Lordship of the Swift High Lordship here. That could be a potential play in the future, and then fitting enough, this one kind of plays into our next courtier here. Sir Rolam Lannister here. Now, this guy has kind of been a very, very important piece. He actually has a claim to the entire Lord Paramountcy of the Westerlands here. On top of that, he's in a matrilineal marriage to Lady Shara Hopkins here of Moonshire. And then, his kids will be of my house, so that's potentially another throne that we can have in the family. So we got some possibilities with that one, so we'll keep an eye on that. And then just moving into our court, we also have Lord Quentin Primrose. He's actually our chancellor. I've also went ahead and I've redone a lot of the sigils of some of the lords in our realm. We were just talking about Lord Quentin here. So I mean, his family is not that big at the moment, but hopefully in time they will grow. I've also redone the great Lord Darren Holham here, our Castellan. We've also got Lord Soren Hopkins as my steward. We went ahead and actually gave Durance White Rose, and actually his name has changed to Sharp Top. So I wonder if that's like an AI thing, but his last name used to be White Rose. But nonetheless, we ended up appointing him as our Master at Arms, and he's also one of our acclaimed knights. So really cool character here. Funny enough, he's actually gone from prisoner to lord in a few very short years, which is kind of amazing. We also have our Septon fabricating a claim down here in the Crownlands for the Duchy of Deerfield. I've been kind of thinking about some of our expansion that we can do. Not really wanting to do anything against the Starks at the moment. I just think it would be much easier to focus down here in the southern portion of the Crownlands here, because a lot of these guys are kind of broken up. Like for instance, Deerfield doesn't have any allies whatsoever, so I think they're kind of a weak target. We also have a minor plague starting to infect the western portion of our realm here, so we definitely want to watch that. And as always, we have some factions brewing up. We have a pretty nasty Liberty faction about to pop off, and of course the Vances are the heading this faction. Very fitting there. Oh, and it also looks like Lord Quentin has kind of went behind our back here. We just talked about him. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. And then also Lord Edmund of Rippletown has actually joined the faction as well. Very, very interesting to see that. Disappointing, as I would say. Moving on. So we got a nice pop up here. I've been trying to learn High Valyrian from Lady Pretty Visenya Targaryen. Down here in the Disputed Lands, there is a very, very small Targaryen kingdom forming here. The Ease of Youth. My study of the Valyrian language is progressing fantastically. I feel like I have all the focus and energy in the world. My name is Ryella. I like to eat apple tart. If I just focus even harder, I'll speak fluently in no time at all. I'd rather spend my time elsewhere. We're gonna get stressed out either way. After lots of hard work, I've finally learned the Valyrian language. Endless hours practicing accentuation, sleepless nights mimicking inflection, countless lessons mastering intonation. It was all worth it in the end. During my efforts, I looked to emulate Lady Visenya's accent. I am sure that she would be impressed with my results. And of course, High Valyrian peasants now respect me a great deal more. Okay. So we learned the Valyrian tongue. And yeah, so like I said, there's a really good source of dragon blood down here. We are not betrothed at the moment, so maybe we can somehow get a marriage out of this. I will I can't really do anything because, you know, I'm not of age yet. But at the moment, they would accept a patrilineal marriage, but they will not accept a matrilineal one. We're just going to have to keep an eye on that and just focus up here in our realm for now. I just noticed in this Liberty faction, Lord Connor Hopkins has joined it as well. So as you guys can see, our the opinion of our vassals is not great at the moment, so we're definitely going to have to look into this. And our region has already almost swinged his scales to power to level 3. Definitely need to probably try and do something with this, however we can't. So yeah, that's not good. Not great. Alright guys, so it looks like this faction is getting ready to pop off in about 1 month. So definitely gonna have to get ready for war. The war leader looks like it's gonna be Lady Darrianne of Atranta here. We're gonna go ahead and start raising our troops near her realm. So we'll just be ready for them when they finally press their demands. Let's see. We got Lord Durance Sharptop commanding this army, so really good commander there. And of course, to my liege, it is time for you to recognize the ancient and inalienable rights of your vassals. Accept the demands of the Liberty faction or face our swords on the battlefield. So of course I will say I will not be threatened. And we're going to immediately move our Doomstack on to the war leader's capital. We're also going to call my father to war to support us. Alright, also, just looking at our economy, when our army is fully raised, we are making negative 28 gold a month. So that's kind of terrible. We definitely need to take some time and invest in our economy to make that a little bit better. So we killed about 2,400 of them, lost 800 or 900. So I mean, not as great as a start as I would like to see. Let's put so just taking a look at this character here, Edric. He is my fool and he's also my guardian. He has really good diplomacy, and I've got him as my guardian because I want to try to get the best chance to get gracious envoy here for the diplomacy experience and also the +8 diplomacy, because that's kind of what the situation is. When I go to my my choose education focus, I have good martial. However, because of the curious trait here, the childhood trait, I'm not going to get as good as a education as I would in martial. So my next highest stat is diplomacy, so that's what we've chosen. We're going to go ahead and make Edric our chancellor, and of course we'll also raise him to nobility as well, because you can't have a you can't have your fool as your chancellor. So we'll go ahead and reappoint him. I think we'll put him on foreign affairs at the moment. It is going to take us 13 months to siege this, so I've kind of lost the opportunity. I should have just started hitting them army by army when they were split up, but however, we're just going to hold here and wait for the Starks to arrive. So it looks like they're going in for the attack here. I am going to start and push towards River Run. We'll kind of let them leave them to their own devices here in my realm, and we need to regroup with the Starks. Now we will get a defensive bonus, so we'll go ahead and hit them here. We're gonna decline that claim on that county. So coming in for the kill here, it does look like the chances are even. We do have a better army commander, but we also have the Stark forces right behind us, so I think that our chances are pretty good here. Kind of slow the game down. I am having some recording issues, by the way. I don't know. I've just been CK3 has just been crashing a lot lately, so it really is taking a toll on my PC. Somebody's also trying to steal or kill my Septon. So instead of sieging down Atlanta, I think what I'll try and do is maybe siege down some of my smaller vassals' lands. Oh yeah, see, that's much better. We'll get one siege and then we'll hit them again. So we'll station our besiegers, and then we'll go in for another fight here. Alright, so we beat them in that battle. We killed 4,000 of them that time. Lost about 2,500. I'm gonna move our forces back over to the east. We're also gonna send our besiegers. Actually, yeah, we'll send everybody. Actually, we'll send them to the Lordship of Milkstone. Start sieging that down. Combine them again. We definitely need some siege equipment. So we're at 55%. Blossoming Friendship. I have played together with Barristan a lot lately. The other day, he even let me borrow his favorite wooden warrior. We really get along, and we are having so much fun. He is always up to something, and the time we spent together is never boring. Okay, so we got a friend here. Barristan Massey, Stubborn Gluttonous, also Squire. Also, I wanted to pop in as well. We don't have a tutor at the moment. Definitely want to try and get some good education. Let's do Lady Jeannie here, or Jean, however you say that. She does have the intelligent trait, and I believe she was our tutor at one point, and I fired her for some reason. So my current heir is actually my sister, Hasella Hopkins. We also want to make sure that she gets a good education as well. She is going down the stewardship lifestyle. However, I don't think that... Oh, she's already got a guardian, so who is her guardian? Okay, so our guardian is Isla Stark. She does have Thrifty Clerk, 16 stewardship, so I think that's okay. Coming up on the end of the siege. So they did siege down some more of my realm. I think I'll go in for maybe another battle. Secret exposed. Master Lister has accused my foe, Lord Benedict, of having copulated with his lover, Leanne. Such things cannot be accepted outside of marriage. Okay, so he's my vassal. Of course, guards. Arrest him. We're gonna move our troops and try and siege back some of this land that they've taken. That'll increase our war score. We'll move to the Lordship of Honey Maiden. We'll station the besiegers again. And we'll move in for yet another battle. Their armies are starting to thin out a bit. So this impact to our goal definitely is chewing through a lot of our war chest. The enemy banner. The Battle of Maidenpool ended in an astounding victory. I eagerly listen to the messenger as he reads the report from my commander, Lord Rickon, my father. And then turn to the soldiers before me. My lady, we came upon the enemy banner while we were cleaning the battlefield. We thought it would be a shame to leave it behind. Perhaps you wish to keep it as a trophy. Okay, so we can get the Worthport War Banner. I think we'll go ahead and destroy that. Mysteries of the Seven-Pointed Star. Look at this page, Ryella. I think it speaks of the mother. It's really interesting, Leanna says. An open copy of the Seven-Pointed Star lying in front of her on the floor. There's so much we don't know, so much to learn, so many mysteries, so much knowledge. Let's try to divine some more truths. Imagine what we could become, Leanna says, her gaze slowly turning upwards. So we can get to trait humble, cynical, or content. Cynical. We could get the trait humble and, or we got a 1% chance of getting wise woman. I think we'll go with humble. It's gonna boost up our diplomacy, which is what we're looking for. We'll move on to the Lordship of Worthport here. Start sieging this down as well. Our control is also going to get tanked. They're trying to siege down Harrenhal, but there's absolutely no way that they can do that because it has a garrison of 4,800 men. Harrenhal is a really good. It's really good holding, and actually we've actually got enough to win the war. I wonder why it's doing that. Why it's letting me. I wonder if that's like a mechanic in the game, but we can still enforce our demands here. All right, so we got that done. We're gonna pay attention to Lady Darian Vance here. We'll just take this opportunity to remove them from my realm once and for all. We're gonna also go ahead and remove Lord Connor Hopkins from control of Milkstone here. We're also going to remove Lord Edmund Hopkins of the Lordship of Rippletown as well. I think we may have kind of gave too many holdings out to our family, because a lot of these guys had, you know, claims just from being in my family, so I think it'll be just a little bit easier to deal with as well. And then, you know, also the Lordship of Ferrybridge, Lord Quinton, he was actually best friends with my grandfather, if I'm not mistaken. So very big betrayal there. However, I'm not going to completely destroy his family line. I think what we may do is we'll probably send him to the Night's Watch. I think that's a fitting. I think that'll be a fitting end to Lord Quentin here for that betrayal. Plus, we'll also get to keep his character alive and see how his character evolves from there. So we now have Lady Demina Primrose in the position of Ferrybridge. I actually need prestige in order to revoke these titles. So instead, Lord Andahar Blaintree here. We'll kind of do the same thing. We'll send him, or he won't accept the Night's Watch. He will accept a banish. Well, I mean, if you rebelled against me and you won't accept, you know, your punishment, then I believe, oh, you need prestige to execute as well? Wow. Okay, so I guess we'll just banish him, I guess. So now Lady Elena Blaintree is in control of that. It's probably going to be the same thing with this guy. We can't do anything, so he will accept the Night's Watch. So we'll go ahead and we'll send him as well. He will take the black. Same thing with this guy. He will also take the black. We are literally filling up the Night's Watch ranks. Probably sent like 4 guys to the Night Watch so far. So one thing that I've done is I've given Lord Harry Hopkins the High Lordship of Atlanta. It's gonna keep some of these vassals in line down here, while also giving a higher ranking title in our family as well. So that's nice to see. And also by giving Lord Kyle Hopkins to his son, Lord Harry Hopkins, as a vassal, it's actually removed him as my regent. And now we have Tita Cox. She is selfless, but her Diararch power, or Scales of Power, is at level 4. So we do have a little bit of gold. Let's see if we can leverage some of that down a little bit. I've ran into this problem before, and you do not want that to get too high. We'll also ransom our family member out. Oh, so we have another vassal. I didn't even notice. Okay, so we've got Lord Edric the Insane off to the black with you. Will serve the Night's Watch, protect the realm. We have a trial by combat, so Master Edmund, I will grant your trial by combat, and I will have Ronald Mallister be my champion. May the best man win. So he was slain by Ronald Mallister in trial by combat. Justice is served. I think we'll go ahead and we'll hold a funeral. We'll kind of lay my grandfather to rest here. We could do a befriend scheme. Let's do a befriend scheme against Lord Harry of Atlanta. See if we can get him as a friend. We'll just do the second level option. Harrenhal is to be Hubert's final resting place. I am left alone to gather my thoughts and prepare for the arrival of the honored mourners. I can't find Lord Harry anywhere yet. I eagerly await for his arrival, so my plan to befriend him can finally start. Oh man, so we can get an unpressed claim for the High Lordship of Deerfield. It is going to put us a little bit in debt, but I think we can manage. Of all the figures venerated and villainous, none have been desired more than our departed Lord Paramount Hubert. With his crowd of weepers and gawkers finding other subjects to satisfy their fascination, I am the last left with a moment of solace between myself and my great-grandfather. Allow myself a moment of grief. We can get unrelenting devotion. I think we'll go with unrelenting devotion. Death all around me. Talk of death, 7 heavens and 7 hells. It rattles in my mind. Thoughts of Hubert's face, never seeing it again, and yet death and its meaning slips from my understanding like sand through splayed fingers. This fate, cruel or kind, leaves even the most stoic of adults wet with tears, either in silence or in open wailing. What is it then? Perhaps Lord Dennis would give me the simple answers. Why is everyone so sad? Lose some of that stress that we just got. Oh man, Lord Kevin Lannister of the Westerlands came to the funeral. Oh. All eyes fall upon Lord Kevin as he falls from the ground in lamentation, hands coating his rendered eyes from view. Lord Kevin's sorrowful gasp and chokes have left his fellow mourners breathless, and many offer him comfort and reverence as if it were him who was to be committed to the hereafter. I can only mourn in my own way. It's taken much of the evening to get myself close to Lord Harry without making it feel forced. After all, the best friendships are natural, and I want him to think this is spontaneous. The man picks at his food, pushing a few small morsels around a greasy wooden plate. It's all a bit heavy, isn't it? The course before that, the course before that. And he nervously eyes a servant bringing out the next round of dishes. The next one too. So much rich food all in a row, when what we really need is some innovative palate cleanser. We can go ahead and switch the subject, get some prestige out of that. We really can't. We'll just join the offering. Definitely don't want to tank our economy anymore. In a quiet corner of the sept, I overhear Master Allard chatting with a group of mourners. He somberly gestures me over. We all have fond memories of Lord Hubert. I was just talking about the time my martial deeds were recognized by Lord Paramount Hubert with the granting of authority amongst his knights. Tell me, have you any memories to share? We could say, how could I forget? I have many memories of my grandfather. He taught me many things. The sorrowful line marches on. The line to have a last moment with Lord Hubert. A last whisper. A last song. A last long goodbye. Alas, nothing at the last place anyone will see him again. Truly a privilege it is to be here. The line brings me ever closer until at last the figure in front of me parts, and there's nothing but a veil between me and him. We can make a speech promising to rule in his honor, speak of his virtues. We'll just speak of his virtues. Important nobility, far too great a number to name, pass the enshrouded body of Lord Paramount Hubert, granting him little more than a simple bow or nod, as though such a gesture was sufficient to show one's reverence for a life. My heart weighs as heavy as my pockets, so full of trinkets and memories of Hubert. I can't help but wonder why I should get to hoard objects which rightly belong to him. We'll just perish the thought. I don't want to destroy any of my artifacts. Hunched beside me, bereft of the pretense of propriety, the inconsolable Elena gazes out into the nothingness before her. Not a tear falls from her eyes, not a word passes her mouth until she turns to me. The father can be cruel indeed. Why does the wind still yet blow? Why does the sea continue its push to the shore? Why does my body ache for food and thirst for water? The apocalypse is upon us. My acquaintance is dead. Okay. Now the time has come to commit Lord Hubert's final rites before his final journey into the hereafter. Hubert lays wrapped in fine white fabrics atop a towering funeral pyre. The septon stands beside you with the torch, its light flickering to the wind. To see him surrounded by so many mourners and given a proper Faith of the Seven burial gives me hope that perhaps I too will be remembered this fondly as Lady Paramount. I lower the torch to the kindling and watch as the tower of wood is lit ablaze. And all that's left now is to wait for Hubert to be returned to the ashes. So we got 52 legitimacy from that. Okay, so we've been looking into our marriage situation. I've been kind of looking around for good candidates to potentially marry. I think I have found one that is pretty fruitful. So if we look down here at the Targaryen High Lordship of Battle Hills, we do have Lady Visenya Targaryen, and her son is Lucentine Tyrell. He does have his father was actually Sir Clifford Tyrell. He does have claims to the entire Kingdom of the Reach, and he also has dragon blood. And then on top of that, they will actually accept a matrilineal marriage between the two of us. We will get 550 prestige from this as well, so that is just too good to pass up, honestly. We may even be able to get some more further prestige by doing a grand wedding. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that proposal. So they have gone and accepted that. So we've got that marriage locked in. So what I'm thinking is maybe, you know, when we get a little bit more power, maybe we can eventually push uh, a Lucantine Tyrell's claim for the Reach here, and that's yet another throne that we can have underneath our realm. I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Um, Lady Ryella is growing to be a really good ruler here. Um, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.